This Sacred Attention Therapy online training course is an honor for me to give. I feel that it is an enormous privilege to share it with you. The greatest doorway and opening in my life is the material I am about to share with you here over the 4 levels of this training, and it is the culmination of nearly 4 decades of study and clinical practice I have undertaken in a plethora of therapeutic disciplines. Sometimes, when we have moved along the road to further climbs, we may be tempted to forget our early experiences, our earlier struggles. Yet it is precisely these struggles and experiences which have led us to where we are now. Always be humble with your clients. They may have been you. They may be just like you could have been. Relate to your clients with an air of deep compassion. Never feel superior, even if you have learned a lot. Always see them, witness them in their spiritual guise, their deeper spirit, as consciousness perhaps not yet fully realized. If you complete this course, you will receive immensely powerful tools and insights for your personal growth and development. If you are intending to practice as a sacred attention therapist, you will, with certification granted through this program, be equipped and capable of working with others through to quite advanced levels of personal work. If you are already a practicing therapist, this course should give you welcome additions to your skills, insight, methodology and approach. Sacred attention therapy is not dislocated from the lineage of what has gone before, but neither is it merely eclectic in its orientation and approach. SAT is an approach to human and spiritual growth and development that is radical, innovative, and unsurpassed at the present time in the scope of its vision, inspiration, and expansive reach. This will become more apparent to students who work through the levels 1 to 4 of the training. If you persist if you persist following this level 1 course, through the further levels of the training, your work may become truly psycho-spiritual, extending beyond the established branches of transpersonal or psycho-spiritual psychology and psychotherapy that are practiced today. Our spiritual attainment is inherent in our humanity. To be human is to fulfill our potential, our capacity, and our destiny as unique, individual, self-reflecting, and potentially self-realized beings. For our essence is love. An understanding that as awareness we stand directly in the light of the Absolute enables and empowers us to ignite the fire of truth. Please enjoy this course. It has been my pleasure to compile it for you, and I am indebted to Robert Meager for his attentive and adroit input in putting the finishing touches to the content and preparing the presentations. Once, during the creation of this course, which has sometimes been extraordinarily intense, Robert sent me an email message which reminded me that the reason we were creating this course was that it was fun. If we were not enjoying ourselves, we shouldn't be doing it. And I echo this to you now. There is a place for seriousness, but fun should also be taken seriously. This idea of enjoyment should not be taken lightly. Therapy and inner work are all about suffering. Suffering may be the human condition, but it is also self-imposed. In order to see the deeper suffering that leads to ultimate liberation, we must clear away the lesser suffering, the one that is unconsciously chosen. So if you begin this course with anything less than enjoyment, please stop, take a deep breath, and consider. The outcome is inherent in the beginning. How you start and how you finish are inextricably entwined. This is why you should never miss the most minute detail of how your client starts in therapy with you. Don't let any details of administration, practicality, or arbitrariness get in the way and make you miss the full experience of how she starts in therapy, possibly for the very first time. Potentially this is the beginning of a process that will transform who she is in her life forever, as I hope this course may do for you. Following this introduction, Module 2, The Whole Person, addresses the basic point and object of therapy, wholeness. The idea of wholeness, or personal integration, has always been a tacit or explicit aim of psychotherapy. Wholeness is fundamental to therapy, since everyone, to some degree, who seeks therapy or counseling is split, fractured, incomplete, or dissociated, and seeking personal integration and wholeness through the resolution of inner conflict. Modules 3 to 9 cover the 7 core elements of sacred attention therapy. They are family beliefs, life statements, emotional behavioral patterns, emotional suppression, subpersonalities, character strategies, and finally, the central character dynamic. I will guide you through them and try to give you a clear and profound acquaintanceship with each of the core elements in turn. In modules 10 and 11, I will discuss setting up a SAT practice. I intend this to be relevant whether or not you are an existing practitioner. I will try to stimulate your thoughts about the structure of your practice, boundaries, procedures, effectiveness, and more. Finally, Module 12, Elements of Inner Work Practice, rounds off the course by discussing some basic wisdom in the process of inner exploration. In the accompanying documents to each module, I give exercises for deepening into your understanding of the subject matter, readings to deepen your knowledge and wisdom, an extended case history, notes and references. We cannot hope to convince anyone who has not found this out for themselves, but the process of inner work is so mysterious that at some point, if you see it through for long enough, you will make a commitment to the impossible. You will want to go beyond yourself, and you will act to set a fire of liberation that fills your very being. The wisdom contained in the phrase, "I don't know," is universally valid. For your wisdom is so immense and timeless and vast, you can only really say, "I don't know, but knowing resides within me." This is the point you may intend toward for your clients, the place where arguably they desire to go, if they could only conceive of the desire. Time and time again I have seen clients transcend their small selves and fly into the embrace of freedom, breathless and unsure, but alive and vibrant, It can be like catching a child who jumps off a slide safely into your arms. The certainty of commitment, initiation, and creation transformation brings with it an upsurge of inner resources. When we are aligned in internal balance with ourselves and in our true centers, more is possible than we could ever imagine.